Hey guys, it's V from the V here, and I'm back with a video. Sorry that I couldn't have my voice in the last one. I just didn't know my headphones with mic was, because that's what I used to get my voice, but I didn't know where it was, so I just had to play without any sound. So again, sorry for that, but I'm back. You can hear me again, and you're probably wondering what this and mccf is. Well, let me explain quickly. mccf is basically a simulation of Minecraft Championships, which you should all know what that is. I'm on Discord. So there's been 2 events already. This is the 3rd one, and these are the teams for the 3rd event. So I'm just quickly go over it and make my predictions. See, I heard, and I'm not gonna have my predictions up like this because was foolish enough not to prepare that, so I just have to say it out loud because I was as much of a fool to not get my predictions up. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. But basically, like I said, this is the 3rd simulation. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, let me go over the teams. First up, we have the Red Rabbits, which is Groominator, Sloopy, Jamal, and D95. And also, you may have seen Jamal in a different video, and Groominator is me. That's what I go by in the simulation. As you can see, we have an average of 8,818, which is actually pretty good. Actually a really good average. And as you can tell, I fell off, which is sad. I'm trying to think of more to say, but I'm struggling. Oh yeah, me and D95 really both got top 5 in the first event, but we both didn't do as well, me specifically. As you can see by me having 15.5 average for player placement. But anyway, enough with my team, which is obviously the best team. On to Orange Ocelots, which is Chuck, King Pokemon, Ash, and Labyrinth. Ash is a newcomer, and newcomers on the spreadsheet just have an average of 1,500, and I think get 250 in all the games, but I don't know for sure. I could be wrong about that. But this team, this team's a wild card, because Chuck and Labyrinth both only didn't play in the first event, and Chuck won last event too. So did King Pokemon. So like Labyrinth and Chuck only played in the last event. King Pokemon played in 2. Like as you can see, Labyrinth's team got 4th. Chuck and Pokemon won last event, and Ash has like, little to no stats because they haven't played before. So and they have an average of 7,697, which is if you look at the other averages, quite a bit less than some of the other teams. But that's mainly because they have a newcomer, which honestly, that's not really how they could do. I mean, if they get exactly 1,500, I'll be shocked, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But the average could either go up or down depending on how well Ash does in the event. But only time can tell, because at this point they're one of the weaker teams statistically, and a lot of people are probably gonna also have them down because of that, which is not fully fair, but kind of agree. But King Pokemon's not even bad either. He has like a 12 player average. And then we have the Yellow Yaks, which is one of my favorite teams because I'm just gonna go over the team first. I'm a Z, Alpha, Jokers, and Cameron. Like this team is really good, but then they're not as good when you realize that the stats for this event, they're not good at PvP, which is not good because all 3 PvP games are in this event. So if there was less PvP games, they could probably do really well because this team on paper is probably one of the better ones. But they just got really unlucky with what games are in this event, so they're probably not gonna do as well as they could. From the Cameron just played last event, got like an average score. Z has been around 30 to 25 mark both events. Alpha, as you can see, won both events so far, And yet, I was gonna say he had low average in Jokers, but that's not true. Like Jokers almost does, despite him getting 26th in the first event. He's up there because he got first last event. Ooh. And if you want, and first I'm just gonna say, if you want to see the results of the other two, just go on Join Beast Plays Discord. He's the one who's hosting this. So yeah, Join Beast Plays Discord. I'll probably give the link to his channel in the description. Please check him out and join his Discord too. He's gonna have the Discord link somewhere in his videos. Probably in most of his videos, he's gonna have it linked. So go join that, and then if you want to see the results, just join that, and then just scroll up a bunch to see who wins the first two events. But as you can tell by the wins, it kind of tells you who wins. So I'm not gonna pretend you don't know that and just say, yeah, they won. There's not really much else to say for this team other than their average is 8,282. Really synced up, 8,282. As you can tell by the score, the last event score and player placements, they're all over the place. Like last event, Alpha got 8th again. He got 8th in the first event, and he got 8th again. Like I said, Joker got first after a not so good first event. He did better than he did in the first event, and it was Kemen's first event, so of course he's gonna have a 33.0. And then we have the Lime Llamas, which is Epic God Dude, Sploosh, Hashtaggy, and Aereo. This team has an average of 8,198 and is actually pretty good. I feel like they're going to be heavily slept on, and I have no idea why. Epic made it to Dodgeball the first event and almost carried his team to a win. Sploosh got top 10 in the first event. Did really well. Hashtaggy is returning from the first event as well as Sploosh. They did not play in the second event. And then we have Aereo, a newcomer. So this team, the only person in this event who has played more than, the only person in this team who has played more than one event is Epic. Everyone else has only played once, or not at all. But yeah, I feel like I said, I feel like this team is gonna be heavily slept on. I feel like it'll be pushed in the bottom 4, and I don't know why. This team's actually really good. Like I don't know what to say other than that, because I can't think of anything to say other than they're really good. So anyway, let's move on. And then we have the Green Geckos, which is Hurricane, Mythic, Laser, and Rift. They've averaged 8,587, which puts them in second so far. Which puts them in second out of the first 5 teams. Also, Hurricane has a channel. He's also a Twitch streamer. I think he's a Twitch streamer, not a YouTuber. But first I'm gonna say, everyone in this event who has a YouTube channel, their link's gonna be in the description below. So you should because you need to check them out as well. Like Hurricane has been in a Minecraft event before, and his skill in the simulation does not show his actual skill in Minecraft. Mythic is the most consistent top player. He got 4th both events in a row, and also won an event. Laser has gone bottom 10 both events, and Rift has the captain's curse. In both events, his team got 3rd by like less than 500. It was upsetting, especially when I was on his team. It was upsetting. But will he be able to break the curse and get the dodgeball, or really get 3rd again, which would be hilarious if he did. Because it would be funny if there was a chemistry sparkles of mccf. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. mccf stands for MCC Fantasy. I don't know how I haven't said that yet. But yeah, this team is pretty good. But the stats in games I don't feel like are as high as the averages, but I feel like it's still gonna do decently well. And then moving on to the second half of the teams, we have the Cyan Coyotes, which is Moa, Anatide, Quentino, and Duck. And I apologize if I'm saying any of these names wrong, because I feel like I'm definitely saying Quen's name wrong. But like Moa has done like 30 to 20th both events. Anna didn't do well in the first event, but got second in the mccf2. Quinn is all over the place. He got like top 15, I think, in the first event, and then got bottom 5 this event, or last event. So yeah, I don't know where he's gonna get. And then we have Duck, who won last event with a 9th place individually, which is really good, considering his team was in last after 4 games. And his team was just predicted low both events, and they've proven to do well. With Duck being one of the main reasons I have, because Duck is actually pretty good. Oh yeah, if I say the average ain't 253, which puts him, I think, in 3rd. Yeah, no, 4th. Not top 3. And then we have probably the weakest team statistically. We have 100% the weakest team statistically, the Aqua Axolotls, which is AK Asphalt, Boxy, Tim, and Kager. No, I'm not looking at the averages right now. I'm not looking at them. But I just feel like they're going to be the weakest team statistically because they're the only team with more than one newcomer. Asphalt and Tim have not been in the rank before, as you can tell by their emptiness and stats. Oh, I am now looking at the averages in them. They are not the weakest statistically, which is shocking. But I'll get to that later. Like Kager has done average in both events. Boxy only played in 2 and did a little below average. But I feel like Boxy can do a lot better. And then we have 2 newcomers, so I can't really judge where to put this team because I have no idea how well they're gonna play. I feel like Aqua's either gonna do really bad or really good. So I don't know how well Aqua's gonna do. Or they can just play in the middle, which is the least likely option. But I don't, like I said, there's no good way to rank this team. And then we have the Blue Bats, which is Prabs, SSP, Danbu. This is a person, and Polars. Prabs and Danbu have been in both events. Both of them were top. No, Danbu was top, I think 3rd in the first event, and Prabs was like 6th in the first event. They both did not do as well, with Captain Boo almost getting bottom 10 in the second event, but Prabs still got top 20. And they have an average of 8.413, which puts them in 3rd currently. And I can see why, because Poli only played in the first event but did well in that event. And then this is a person is new. Don't confuse him with not a real person. This is a real person, and not a real person are different people. So this team I feel like is probably do around average in my opinion. And then we have the Purple Pandas, which is Fianith, Jarity, Fleur, and Jacobson. They have an average of 6.596, which puts them as the weakest team statistically. And it sounds weird, but it's kind of obvious to why. Jarity is a newcomer, so doesn't really have any stats. Fianith has gone 36th and 35th in his 2 events, but he's like oddly consistent. There was only 1 coin difference between his first 2 event performances, which is shocking. And Flo had a really big glow up from the first event, where he got 31st, and then he got top 10 in the second event, so I don't know where he's going to get. And then we have Jacobson, who has a curse of getting 40th place individually. Like, even when his team got above bottom 3, he still got last place individually last event, which is upsetting, because I don't want the same person to get last every single time. So my goal, Jacobson's goal, is just to get top 39 for once, which I would be happy about. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Pink Parrots, which is the maker of Beast Plays, not a real person, Max Gaming, and the Kill 6. So like I said, Beast Plays made the simulation, so he also makes the teams. Hurricane over here also made the teams, but all the other stuff Beast does. And then not a real person also had a big glow up last event, where in the first event, I think he got 36th, and then he got 3rd last event, which is insane. Max also got 7th last event, after doing a average in the first event, which is, I don't know how he got 7th on a 9th place team, but really good. And then Nikel, has done, I think, gotten bottom 10 bottom 5 both events, but obviously, Nikel can pop off. The 2 events doesn't mean much. Nikel can do, like, just as well as Joker as well, or Alpha. I should say Alpha because Alpha actually won 2 events. And as you can tell, Beast plays one event. It wasn't rigged. Believe me, it wasn't. His team just did well that event. So anyway, now time to get, not to predictions yet, because that's the very, very last thing I do when I say them. But we're going down to the game order. Also, there's the shot averages and dodge averages. Okay, if you want me to look at them, I'll look over here in case. That is mine, Chuck's, Pokemon's, Alpha, Joker's. I'm forgetting the order I put them in. Okay, Epic Sploosh, Mythic, that's Duck, and then Beast, not a real person, and Nickel. I forgot to say that Nickel may die for the last event. But anyway, down here we have the game order. This was the game order. If you're wondering why this game order, because this was the exact same game order as it was last event. With Sky Battle first, Ticket to the other side second, Rocket Sleep Rush third, Great Runners fourth, Sands of Time fifth, Meltdown sixth, Bloodmount seventh, and Survival Games eighth. If you're wondering why the Meltdown image is a Sky Blockle image, couldn't find the Meltdown image, so I'll just use that instead. But that is attached for Meltdown. And with that game order, the two strongest teams, the two highest teams in terms of average get 10th and 9th, which is hilarious. Then Aqua get 8th with 2 newcomers, and Blue 7th, Orange 6th, Yellow 5th, Pink 4th, Purple 3rd, Cyan 2nd, and Lime 1st. Like averages just don't mean much, because Purple gets 3rd with this game order, even though they're the weakest statistically by a long shot. But that could really change very easily. Like, for example, if you turn survival games in, if you change this to a hole in the wall, Blue jumps up to 1st, and they were in 7th before this, and now my team gets last, which is sad, and Cyan drops to 6th. But, just for an example, let's say, since we got survival games, what if game 7 is survival games instead of Build Mart? The top 2 are still the same, and my team gets last even more. Okay, I'm going to do one last example of how large things can change. So let's swap Hole in the Wall and Sky Battle and see where that ends up. Yeah, those are the standings. Like I said, it can change very easily. Now we need to put the standings back to how they were, so I'm going to mess everything up when I look at the individual standings with you guys. Because just the team builder also has individual standings on average, which is really cool. Also, this team builder is made by Rift Key on the green team, so I don't know if he has a channel, but if he does, it'll be in the description. And also, if someone here has a channel that I don't get, if they see this video, just tell me in Discord. And I'm sorry. Like, individually with this game order, Beast statistically gets first because of how well he did in survival games in a certain event. Then Epic, who might shock people, but he has done really well in a lot of events. Sloopy gets top 10. I have not looked at this myself, so this is my first time seeing it. While D95 drops to 22nd. Chakerson gets 11th? Hello? Go on, Chakerson. He might not be last this event. How on earth does Chuck get 5th? What is this standing to this game order? And Boxy 4th? I have not looked at this myself. Oh, well, I don't know what I did there. There. But yeah, these standings are insane. Well, I don't know. Wait, what am I? I almost get bottom 10. No. I think OK gets last statistically. How is Tim so much higher than Asphalt, even though they're both newcomers? I'm not gonna ask. And then there's also Multiplied, where Chuck gets first. Oh my god. Where's Sloopy get? Sloopy drops to 22nd, like with that. Okay, Boxy still gets 6th. Hashtaggy gets 4th? Wait, what's Hashtaggy in the... I didn't know Hashtaggy did that well in the first event. These are some wild standings. How's Asphalt now below Tim? And how is Labyrinth last? I'm so confused. But anyway, this is all that's on Team Builder. If you want me to look at this other stuff, it's not really much stuff. This is just the average of the games. I don't know what this is. This is just the team images, and this is just this. I don't know what that does. So I'm not gonna go in there. But anyway, yeah, this will be the end of the video after I tell my predictions, because I totally didn't almost forget to do that. I did not almost forget to do that. So I have my final predictions. My final predictions for this event are purple 10th, yellow 9th. I should probably scroll up so I might be able to see the teams. Yeah, I have purple 10th, yellow 9th, orange 8th, pink 7th, aqua 6th, blue 5th, red 4th, green 3rd, lime 2nd, cyan 1st. Those are my predictions for this event. And the people who are in the simulation watching could very easily disagree with me, or agree with me. I don't know. So you guys could also disagree or agree with me. But that's gonna be the end for this event. Not event, just the end for this predictions. I will probably make a video of it when this event's over, because I got permission from Beast Plays to make a video on it, because he's not going to. Which is why you need to go on Discord to see the results of the first two. If you don't have Discord, then that sucks. I'm not scrolling up all the way to get every game in mccf 1 and 2. So yeah, like I said, if you don't have Discord, sorry, you can't see the results. But you have seen who won, because most of the people who won are in this event. Yeah, that's it. See you guys. See you next time.